Winx dolls, so I thought we should talk about them. So I originally sold these photos on Winx Club Newsflash's community page, but they're also available on the official Winx Club Instagram and on the Playmates Toys Instagram. So I thought we should have a look at these photos that we have of the new dolls and talk about them. But before we get into it, if you like fan merchandise and collectibles, then you might want to check out today's sponsor, because today's video is sponsored by the Estonian anime shop Vandajaama. They ship all of their wonderful fan merchandise to Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania, and they're also planning on shipping to Finland soon, so if you're in Finland, make sure to keep an eye out for that. They have loads of wonderful, good quality merchandise, and I have worked with them before and I know that they're a wonderful, wonderful company, so I'm really happy that they have decided to sponsor us. So make sure to check out their online shop. And if you're shopping there, then make sure to use my creator code HAILDIA5 that you can see on the screen and also copy from the description below, and you can get 5% off your next order. If you want to get some wonderful anime merchandise, then make sure to check them out. Thank you so much to Vandajaama for sponsoring this video. So here we have the first sort of main picture. And first thing we can see is that the first line, I'm assuming this is the first line, is gonna have all of the fairies in their new transformations. And I'm very, very happy about that, because it means that they're doing all of the 6 fairies and they're not leaving out Tekna from the line, or Aisha or Musa. One of the things that is a sort of pet peeve of mine when it comes to new Winx Club lines is that they often just do like the main 3, Bloom, Stella and Flora, even though, like, okay, Bloom is the main character and Stella is her best friend, but yeah, I never really understood that. So we can see that they have sort of blacked out the dolls themselves, and you can only see the wings. The light is sort of coming from behind. It looks very mysterious. And they have also wildly blurred their shadows, I think. I feel like they've done some artificial blurring here so that we can't see the dolls from their reflections. And here in the next image, we can see Tekna, Bloom, and Stella. There's definitely some artificial, like, blackening here. This doesn't feel like just normal shadows, because I feel like their faces are so completely black. Like, I feel they've done that on purpose so that we don't know what their faces look like yet, which I understand. This is a teaser. The wings look magnificent. I kind of wonder how much Photoshop there is on these wings, because like these little sparkles are clearly like Photoshop. They're not going to be on the wings, but the wings look so good with the lighting the way it is. I'm hoping that these are actually what the wings look like and they haven't done like a huge amount of photo editing. Here we have some closer images of the wings as well. And here you can actually also see a little bit of Bloom's outfit. And here we can also see that Bloom's elbow isn't articulated. Like, I think, unless it's the sort of articulation that you can't see, because for Winx Club dolls they often do, which is actually my favorite type of articulation, that you just sort of bend the arm and then it articulates. I hope it works like that. You can see Aisha's shoulder articulation here, but you know, 5 points is the standard, so I don't think they would have less than 5 points. The girl's hair looks really, really good. You can see the little braids Bloom has. You can see that Stella's hair has lots of different colors. You can see that Aisha's has some blue in it, and there's a really cool braid. The wings look so, so, so cool. Here we have a better look at Aisha's braid and Musa's little pigtails. She has her pigtails down in the new transformation, which is interesting. The braids look amazing on Aisha, and the wings just look so good. If the wings are gonna look that good on the real dolls, then I'm really gonna be happy. And they also did another post for the Winx Club dolls where they aren't so like shadowed out. Here you can see the wings as well. The wings look amazing. And here we can see a little bit of Bloom's outfit as well. There's some nice glitter. There seems to be glitter on Bloom's face as well, which is really fun. Again, we can see that there is no visible articulation on the arm, but maybe you can bend them still a little bit. Let's hope, like usually the first doll lines will have the most articulation, so I'm hoping there will be more than 5 points. You can see Stella's hair has tinsel. I was just doing my Mattel tier list, and you know that I love when a doll has tinsel in her hair. That is just so amazing. And just look at that wing detail. The wings seem to be like multi-layered. The wings look so, so, so good. Here we have a close-up of the shoes. The shoes look really good as well. I hope they're actually gonna put this glitter on here, like prototypes, and these are most likely to be prototypes of the upcoming dolls. Prototypes are usually so much more detailed than the actual doll end up being, because there's always like budget cuts and stuff. So I hope that they keep the tinsel. I hope that they keep the wings, because the wings look so, so, so good. And I hope that they keep all the little details that we can see here. You can also see Muse's makeup a little bit here. There's some sparkles. You can see the tinsel in Muse's hair. I absolutely love this. Can we see anything about the way the wing is? Not really, but there seems to be like some sort of mechanism. I'm hoping the wings are removable, but even if they're not, I think it's still fun. We can see the back of Techna's hair, and you can see the tinsel in her hair as well. And she has really cool, like angular techno wings. I also really just like this design, even though that is based on the show. And here, like these shoes look so good. But like if you look at Mattel doll prototypes from the pictures on the back of their box, you can see that they always have the laces painted, but then when you have the real doll, the laces are never painted. So I'm hoping that this quality with the painted laces will actually be in real life as well. This isn't the most important thing. Obviously, I think the most important things are the wings and the tinsel in their hair, and also I'm really curious about the articulation. So let's talk a little bit about Playmates. Playmates is a toy company, let's go to their Instagram, that does Miraculous. I'm gonna talk about Miraculous because Miraculous is the one other fandom of theirs that I'm in. They also do lots of Ninja Turtles merchandise, but I don't really personally know that much about the modern Ninja Turtles. So I was already finishing editing my video, and then I realized that there is another leaked image where you can see the dolls' faces as well. And I had spent like half of the video talking about how I'm gonna be worried about their faces, because I only have one Miraculous doll, and mine is a collaboration between Bandai and Kyochi Preosi, whose name I can never confidently pronounce. I have one Marinette here, this one, and the reason I have her and none of the Playmates ones is that I like the face of this Marinette so much better than any of the Playmates ones. I feel like the Playmates Miraculous dolls, I feel like the Playmates Miraculous dolls look alright when they're wearing the mask. Like we have this gimmicky outfit change Marinette in Estonia as well, and I have actually been really tempted to get her. But then I looked at her face and I don't really like her face that much. Like if you look at the Miraculous dolls that don't have masks on, their faces look really bland and one-dimensional. Like this is a really cheap doll as well, but I feel like with other ones I've seen as well, because they have such wide open eyes and you can't see the eyelid at all, the doll looks really scared. And also she doesn't have any blush like mine does, so her face looks really one-dimensional and it doesn't really look alive, and she looks a little bit scared and almost intimidating at the same time, because her eyes are like fully open and you can't see the eyelid at all. So for that reason, I was really worried about what the Winx dolls and their faces are gonna look like. And they do have the same thing where I think you can't see their eyelids at all, but I think the dolls themselves look pretty good. Here you can see very clearly their leg articulation as well. So it does seem that they're probably not gonna have elbow articulation at all. I'm still hoping a little bit, but probably they're not gonna have it. I have seen people complain about that their outfits are really too simple, but I think first transformations should always be simple, and I don't mind the outfits. I do think Musa's looks kind of eh, but I think the rest of them look nice. I kind of hate to say it because I have so many Bloom dolls and Stellas, but I do kind of like Bloom and Stella the best. I really like Stella's outfit and Bloom's too, and I like the little braids that she has. And I like how Tekna's looks very boyish, and they haven't tried making her overly girly, and her hair is very short. I appreciate that. I do think that their faces look overall pretty nice. Again, I like Stella and maybe Tekna best. I mean, I still have to see them in real life because the nature of a leak is that the quality isn't very good, so I still have to see them in real life. But overall, I don't mind. I kind of mind Musa's face because I feel like with her bangs, her forehead looks so much shorter somehow, and it really like throws off the balance of her face, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Musa's face, but the rest of them, even though like their eyes are very, very extremely open, I think it looks nice. I think the boots look really, really nice. Here in this article that I will link down below, there's also this really bad photo of an earlier leak where you can see, I think this was at a doll fair. Yeah, well, this was London Doll Fair, London Toy Fair, and here you can see that they're gonna have casual versions of fair outfits as well. Again, I love Stella, and I love Tekna as well, from what I can see. But also, apparently, from this article, from the text that they have gotten from a Twitter user called Egelord Nikki, apparently the transformed dolls are gonna have tinsel in their hair, and the casual ones are not gonna have a tinsel in their hair. And apparently, there's gonna be a Flutter Fairy Bloom as well, possibly in fall 2026. And I am so looking forward to that because I love all sorts of like uh, fairy dolls that have fluttering wings that move their wings. I've always wanted to tell flutter magic, so I'm very, very excited about that. I'm overall really excited about Playmates being the one making the dolls because that means, because we already sell Playmates Miraculous dolls, that there's a non-zero chance that we're gonna sell these dolls in Estonia, which means that I can sort of go back to my roots, maybe of showing you Winx of dolls in Tallinn. I'm not gonna film them probably the same way I did when I was 17, but still I'm super, super excited about that. There's also more information in this article, so if you wanna check that out, make sure to check the link down below. So yeah, I'm really glad that I found this and that we got a first look at their faces as well. Let me know which ones do you like the best and whether or not you like them. I, for one, am very, very excited about them. So while I was editing this for the second time, I also found these leaks from the Winx Forever Italia Instagram, apparently 4 days ago at the time of filming. And they also have, I think it's from the same picture I showed earlier, the everyday line and the fairies. But they also have a picture of the Flutter Fairy Bloom. And they also have a picture of these ball gown dolls, which I didn't mention before, which I think will be very cool. I like ball gown dolls as well. Some sort of fashion doll and accessories line, as well as a fairy adventure outfit, as well as a vanity set, as well as an Althea playset, possibly, which I think is really cool. And we can also see a small fairy bloom here. But this looks like the classical old Bloom design, so I don't know, maybe take these with a grain of salt because like the Bloom here is the old design. And the Althea, I can't really tell if it's the new Althea design or the old one. And here's a Stella scepter as well that lights up and plays sounds. So I think that's the last update I'll have. We'll see. But I found these as well, and I figured if I'm already filming updates for this anyways, then I'll film these updates as well. Particularly excited about the Flutter Magic and the Ball Gown dolls. I think these are really, really cool. I'll link this Instagram down below as well. And if you have enjoyed this video, then make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications so that you'll know every time I post. And also, if you have enjoyed it, then leave this video a like as well. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!